Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to 6 figures and beyond. Pow! So in this video, I'm getting right to it. What are the top agencies that use small businesses no matter what the industry is? Now, there's certain agencies that use small businesses, and they really focus on that. Now, the way I found it, I will share with you later, but it was in fpds. There's a certain filter I put in with that in usaspending.gov where I'm able to extract the information that tells me who is doing what. Now, there are about 6 agencies, and they work with you, really work with small businesses. So if you want to know that, then stay tuned. I'm going to give it to you right now. So we've done a lot of qualifying. We've got our CAPE statements together. We've got all that, but now we're ready for winning contracts. Now this is Q2. We're getting a little bit closer towards like the rat race, and they're wanting to spend money, crazy money with your company, your small business. But in the meantime, remember I said the way you market in Q2 may be a little differently than what you do in Q4. So I'm going to give you a little assistance. Now, what should you do with this? What you want to do is see if you can't connect with them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the #1 place. Of course, you have to have your DSBS profile all set up. I had an actual student, a former student of mine, or a previous student of mine, that reached out to me, and he said that he was connected by a contracting officer representative on what? DSBS, Dynamic Small Business Search Profile. That is paramount when it comes to getting this done. Now, another thing is when you go through all this, like I always say, government, getting everything set up, meeting the regs, getting your cage code, doing all that. No, of course we want to know there's federal government and there's state and local government. So if you don't have all that, you might want to start looking for something in the state and local area. But for those of you that want to really look at federal contracts, these are the 6 agencies that work with companies or departments that work with small businesses like yours on a regular basis. They're not looking for past performances if it's under a certain dollar amount. That's what you have to understand. If you're looking at going at $250 and under, they're going to want to know similar contract sizes and references, past performances. It's almost like you're not going to get around that. If it's like $20,000, $30,000, what do you want to do? You want to get those small wins with these particular departments I'm going to give you in a couple of minutes, because they're not looking for a whole lot. They're looking to give small companies like yours a break to get their feet wet, to get started. So let's look at who are the agencies. Now remember, any NAICS code, yes, there are some NAICS codes that they work with more often than others, but all of these work with all the NAICS codes, and they are looking for small companies. They purposely do a lot of contracts with small companies, and a lot of their projects might be one time. They may be a contract for $60,000, $70,000, but they're all under $250,000, because you need to understand contracts that are $250 and up are going to have a whole different way that they're awarded. They have to normally go through a lot of the bidding. They've got to put it out for competition, open and full competition is what they're looking at. And that's what you want to try to avoid if at all possible. So drum roll, please. Okay, these are the 6. #1 is Army. The Department of Army is really good with giving companies, small companies like ours and yours, a great beginning. Department of Army. Next is Department of Navy. The Department of the Navy is another one. Next is the Department of the Air Force, the Department of Air Force. So that's 6. The next one is the National Institution of Health. NIH, really good. I work with them personally. Fantastic. Work with all NAICS codes. The next one is #5, I think that is the Forest Service. Work with the Forest Service myself. I did restrooms for the Forest Service on Capitol Hill. Yes, around there by we're all in DC, where a lot of the museums are, there's a lot of restrooms down there. So we had a IDIQ, indefinite quantity, indefinite date, indefinite quantity, IDIQ. We had one of those, and it was one of my favorite contracts. And the last one, let me see who it is. Trust this. Public building services. Who figured? Public building services. So I've given you a list. Army, Navy, Air Force, NIH, which is National Institution of Health, Forest Service, and Public Building Services. Now, I've done business with 2 of them on here, and I can vouch that this is an actual, true thing. I did some research, gathered this information from FPDS and usaspending.gov. They're spending money. Everyone's gotten their pot of money, so they're divvying it up, allocating it to different places, and they're ready. So let's get started. Let's start winning those contracts. Now, if you want to learn more, how to find it, how to set the filters, all of that information, how to do business the right way to win contracts that scales your business to my favorite phrase, 6 figures and beyond, pow, then make sure you click the link and join my free weekly GovCon Lunch and Learn. Every week I do something different. This week I will be talking about this, where to go for small agencies, for small businesses that are looking to win contracts right now, because a lot of them, they're ready. The small ones, you don't have to go through a lot. It's just a little bit of tweaking you need to do. And that's what I talk about this Wednesday. Make sure you join me because I'm going to give you more than just what I gave you here. So click the link to sign up for my free weekly, I call it my GovCon Lunch and Learn, to give you some information to learn while you're in your lunch hour. It's normally 30 minutes, 40 minutes, no more than an hour. So if you're interested in more, then I'll look forward to seeing you there. And until next time, be safe and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.